Alright, well, today we're talking about permutations and combinations. Permutation, right? It is every possible order of objects. We're going to find out how many possible, like if we're figuring something out, we're figuring out how many times it could happen, and the order of the objects is important. So we're figuring out every possible order of the objects, how many times this could occur. So write this down. Alright, so our question says a travel agency is planning a vacation package in which travelers will visit 5 cities around Europe. And how many ways can the agency arrange the 5 cities along tour? So order is important. How many ways can they, if they've got these 5 cities, how many different ways can they organize it? Right? And so here's what we do. We take 5 cities, right? And this is a permutation, so we're just taking 5 cities, right? That's our first. We've got. So if you think about it, your first option, right? First city, you got 5 cities to pick from. Your second stop, how many cities do you have to pick from? 4. You've already been to one of them, so you've got one less. Your third stop, how many options? 3, and so on. So it's 2 and 1, right? So here's how you figure that out. You just multiply all these. You take 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and you get 120. So there are 120 ways to arrange those cities. Okay, so this first formula up here called factorial, the exclamation point is just considered factorial. That's what we call it. So this is called n factorial. And that's just like what we did on the problem before. We were trying to figure out, we had to arrange 5 cities, and we're going to each one of them. So what we use is just this, and it's factorial. It was 5 factorial. So we took 5 times 4, because 5 minus 1 is 4, times 3, because 5 minus 2 is 3, and so on until we get to 1. So we just pretty much, we add up every number from the largest number to 1. Okay, that's factorial. That's what we did on the problem before. Now, you'll have problems where they don't use all the numbers. They'll say you've got 5 cities to pick from, the order matters, but you only go to 3 of those cities. And if that happens, then you use what's called permutation formula. P, and it's NR, right? N is your number of objects. How many objects, okay, are we using? How many do we have to pick from the 5 cities? How many objects are taken? So let's say we pick 3 of those cities. So what we do is we do this, and it's n factorial, the number of objects, over n minus r factorial. So it would be 5 factorial over 2 factorial, because 5 minus 3 would be 2. And that's how we come up with how many options are available. So write this down. The librarian is placing 6 out of 10 magazines on a shelf. How many ways can she arrange the magazines in case? So it's a permutation, so order matters. Right? So I write P here. How many total objects can we pick from? 10. So that's my N. All right? And how many objects are we taking? 6. So the formula, I'm going to write the formula for permutation. It's n factorial over n minus r factorial. N would be 10, r would be 6. So let's plug in my numbers. 10 factorial over 10 minus 6 factorial. All right. What is 10 minus 6? 4. So I have 4 factorial. 10 factorial over 10 factorial. Now here's what we do. Okay, we write this out. So I've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I think I need to make some room. So I'm going to slide this over. 3, 2, 1. And 4 factorial would look like what? 4, 3, 2, 1. So the 4, 3, 2, 1 would cancel with the 4, 3, 2, 1 up top. I'm left with 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. When I multiply all those out, I get 151,200 possible ways of doing this. All right, this is combination. This is the formula for combination. Combination is the selection of objects in which the order does not matter. It's not important. So permutation order matters, combination order doesn't. Okay, that's the difference. That's how you know which one you use. Permutation, it's when the order matters. You need to know the order. Combination is when the order doesn't matter. Right? So this is the formula. Right? C in R. N is the number of objects taken. Right? R would be, or total objects, R would be the number taken. And the only thing different between combination formula and permutation formula is this. Is that R factorial. Right? N minus R factorial, and then times R factorial. Okay? So write this down. Alright, Mark has been asked to display 5 different styles of shirts from the wall in the store that has 8 shirts on it to put on display. How many ways can he choose the shirts? Now, order doesn't matter. It's a combination, so order doesn't matter. Right? He has 8 shirts to pick from. So that's my N. And my R is the number of shirts he gets to use, which is 5. Alright. So we're gonna. So here's what we do. We do N, which our formula here, I'm going to write it, is N factorial. It's N minus R factorial and R factorial for combination. So 8 factorial over 8 minus 5 factorial times 5 factorial. So let's write it out. 8 factorial is 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. 8 minus 5 is 3, so we got 3 factorial, 3, 2, 1, and then we've got 5 factorial, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 will cancel itself out, which I forgot 4 in there, by the way, but it's out. Okay. And then we take 8, 7, 6, we divide it by 6. 8 times 7 times 6 is 336. Divide it by 6. Or you could do some more canceling, but that's fine. Just multiply it out. You get 56. So there are 56 ways for Mark to put the shirts on display. Alright, so here, okay, sometimes they'll just give you this. They'll just say you do the combination of 18 and 4. Right? Instead of giving you a big word problem, they'll just tell you do a combination. So it's going to be 18 factorial over 18 minus 4 factorial and 4 factorial. So 18 factorial, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, right? And I know that this 18 minus 4 is going to be 14 factorial. So my 14 factorial, right, 14, 13, all that, that's going to cancel out with 14 and on, right? So I'm not even going to write all those. I'm just going to write 18, 17, 16, 15, and then I'm going to write 4 factorial. So 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. And if you want to, you can still cancel. Like you can take 4 out of 4 and get 1, 4 out of 16 and get 4. Take 2 out of 18 and get 9 and leave you that. Right? Take 3 out of 3, get 1, 3 out of 15 and get 5. So you take 9 times 17 times 4 times 5. Either way, when you do that, you get 3060. Alright, here's your assignment for today.